Good morning. Yesterday I did a tour of my backyard, and today I'm going to take you around some of the changes in my front yard. Hope you enjoy them. Take note of this succulent thing. They're so common because I'll explain something in a minute. I like to pick up things at this old junkyard guy, and that piece of wood made two spots for two different types of plants. This is that wonderful example of the succulent that produces those flowers that attract flies. They only live for a couple days, but man, I've got a ton of them. Another little plant just fits nicely on my entrance. The watering bucket for most. The horseless headman. More of those plants that they're okay, but I just don't like them. Time to replace my school chair. They're done. My Congo cactus, I like them. Rosebush. Anyway, cola de pescado, pesque, fishtail. I like this little grouping of succulents and cactus and different bacchia, everything. It's kind of fun. Now, this is the area. This was filled with all of those plants that I'm not that crazy about, that are so common. But with the help of young Juan, we dug them out, left one there. And the dirt was rich, as usual, here. And that's now a rose garden. I just trimmed all of the dying rose blooms, but new ones are coming right back in. Now, you can see the overhang, which serves real well, because on the bottom was the one ledges, 3 levels of cement already there. So Juan and I went and bought some cement blocks and planks, rough pine planks, made a very inexpensive shelving for the cactus that I like to put in unusual pots, macetas, but they don't have rain holes, water holes. So they need a shelter, yet sun, to survive, not get all waterlogged and they die. So we did that, and then again Juan did it. I get to do the fun stuff. Juan created, it was my idea, my instructions, but Juan built this sidewalk that allows me now to get rid of all the overhang plants so I can come and get close up, decide who needs water, who doesn't, who's doing well, who needs more sun, that kind of stuff. And my California license plate, my Michigan decanter, my Guatemala, Antigua, Los Llanos, Cocatenango. Okay, my orchids don't do as well as many people's, but moving back down quickly because I talk too much. This is one side of my steps. My old iron bottles that some special needs people created. Sewing machine. I don't use that much anymore, but it makes a great display situation. He's looking for squirrels. They keep him on guard. I can throw a ball for him for an hour or so, but he loves to get after those squirrels. Okay, these were done about 10 years ago by Joel Botz's special needs class. I still treasure them, and they make a nice little entrance display. My creation, I gotta put that thing up on blocks because the wood will rot. It's our rainy season now. This is fun, kind of a heart shape. It's been growing, hanging down. The rooster, when I cleared out some bush, I discovered one of my bromeliads, that brilliant red, needs to be... It was thriving underneath some bushes. My work table, I'll get around there in a minute. My sweet lemon tree, didn't know they existed. Move, most. These are called camarones because they look, and they come in about 10 varieties. They supposedly look a little like shrimp. Another piece of wood that makes a great hanging device. I got the quetzal bird up at Solala, or Panahichel, around Lago Atitlan. It kind of fit into my tropical theme here. My first banana tree, not growing bananas. My worm farm, an old worm farm that was here that I've added worms. My worm farm that I got a ton of worms in, and I put all of my coffee grounds and banana peels, eggshells in there. I'm growing my own horseradish. It works. I take the root, chop it up, throw it in the blender with a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of something else, and that makes a good horseradish. Hard to buy horseradish down here. Okay, the hammock that doesn't get really any use. The Gallo Cerveza beer cooler with a lined case. Great container for plants. My bird sanctuary. The bird waterer, the bird feeding station. These are called painter's palettes. I've really enjoyed them. A friend, Bill, turned me on to those. My banana tree with bananas. I'm enjoying watching them get a little longer. My collection of rose bushes that came with me from the other home. They're all coming back nicely. I take occasionally, like now I'm up to once a week, bouquet to the abuelas, the elderly grandmothers, women at the hospital. And they look forward to it and appreciate it. Back here is kind of a funky area. That's an old compost shifter, whatever. I haven't used that yet because I put my compost in with the worms, but it's there. Okay. My workspace. I like to joke, this is where the magic happens. Well, this is where I get typically sloppy, but I enjoy it. These are works in progress. My barbecue down there right now is a flower pot holder, but it does get used, just not at the moment. And these are ready to move. They do have holes to let the water out, so they're okay right now. Our rainy season has definitely started. And I'll end with my staghorn ferns. I had 4 of them that I took from the big staghorn. And a friend from California said, "No, David, you got to turn them the other way upside, and they'll grow better." Well, I did that, and I'll be darned, there's new green coming out on all of them. Some other plants yet to be placed. Okay, that's our front yard. Hope you enjoyed the tour. I'll end with the staghorn fern and say goodbye to you. Have a great one. Take care of yourselves.